The Gilded Age was not only a change on society, but the way it changed women's freedom. Before 1869, women had absolutely no fashion rights whatsoever. After 1869 through 1896, all that changed. In the process of withdrawing the limitations, women were able to have more fashion alternatives. This debate was started by a woman who wore gilded shoes. Some women liked it, but one woman called her a tramp for wearing them, never knowing that it would start a whole new revolution for women. That argument is what we know today as the women's fashion debated in the Gilded Age. For the upper ranked of society, the 19th century fashionable world was a glorious place. For women who worked behind the scenes, it was an entirely different situation. After domestic work, the textile industry was the highest employer of women. Women were expected to work 12 and 14-hour days, 6 and sometimes 7 days a week. New technology pushed the envelope of the fashion industry. In 1864, the sewing machine was invented and patented by Isaac Singer. That invention led to a road of many new things to come. Although the sewing machine has been called the democratizer of fashion, it did little to give women freedom. The 19th century offered women more opportunities. Education, especially in America, it was becoming more available. Public universities accepted female students, and women's colleges such as Smith and Wellesley were founded in the 1870s. Women played sports, including bicycle riding, swimming, and fencing. All these sports became reasonable recreation for women. Some women wore breeches in order to participate in those sports. Amelia Jenks Bloomer, an American feminist and journalist, encouraged the wearing of pantaloons as a comfortable option to the crown corset. Bloomer's costume of a tunic dress worn over loose pants became a hated symbol of women's liberation, but she did have her supporters. Britain's Queen magazine. The Gilded Age was a time era where the birth of modern America took place. Between 1865 and the 1890s, Americans settled 430 million acres in the far west. This time era also went through the creation of modern industrial economy. Mark Twain called this time era the Gilded Age. By this he meant that the time era was glittering on top, but shady underneath.
Charles Frederick Worth, known as the father of haute couture, became a dressmaker to impress Eugene of France. Charles F. Worth was the most famous, the most original, and the most expensive couturier. Charles F. Worth, as Georgina O'Hara said,
makes patterns or models of a fine linen.
Charles F. Worth introduced other things. He was the first designer to make a whole collection of clothing instead of random pieces of clothing put together by some designers in that time period.